Shalom.
First and foremost, we give all praises and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashim, and Kakudash.
and double honors to the apostles of GMS from Ruel, and shalom to the faithful men that's always continually doing the work of the Lord. Alright, again, GMS Col, Ohio, with the brothers from Dayton. So I'm saying we're going to, Lord willing, come out here and prophesy the downfall of our enemies and the return of our Lord Yahweh Shah Mashiach very, very soon. And I just want to give a quick little news update that been happening in the past couple weeks. So I'm saying you got Israel. Well, let's see, what country was that? They Argentina, and then somebody else just got burned up. Like a lot of these wildfires is starting to so-called Canada starting to so-called pop up, and then Argentina. Those are the places that got burnt up in wildfire. They gave it to guess who? To the the so-called Israelis. You see what I'm saying? And in another damn spot, I forgot what it was. I think it was somewhere in South America too. They just started burning too. And then your boy, Spain, they pretty much against the so-called who's. And then pretty much when Trump went down there to speak at the little summit. You see what I'm saying? He was pretty much saying, pretty much fuck Spain now. Because they ain't giving no money, they ain't doing shit. But really, deep down, it's really because they against the so-called who. So now he's trying to excommunicate them and pretty much say fuck them. So now you see all this kind of division going on. And even Israel is starting to threaten certain countries and saying, well, you might see the lights going out in Spain because Spain is speaking out against them. So all that just to say that you see that these different nations are fighting against each other. You know what I mean? In America, they're going to follow the lead of, Israel, and pretty much they going to get America to pretty much say fuck the other nations. So all the people that are together, NATO, EU, they're gonna start bickering amongst each other because of the so-called who's. That's what the scripture says. The least shall draw them out. So you got something?
Zephaniah 3 and 8 it reads, therefore wait ye upon me, saith Yahweh, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations.
Right, and the Lord gonna gather the nations, and it's gonna be what we call World War III. You see what I'm saying? But in the midst of the Lord, while they fighting each other, you see what I'm saying? They gonna turn and try to fight the Lord. But before all that, these people even America's own allies are gonna turn against them. You see what I'm saying? They're gonna get fucked up. That's why you see with Iran situation, he trying to get these different nations to help him, and they saying, fuck no, we ain't about to help you. But then he try to get proud and be like, well, we don't need your help anyway. But then why did you ask then? You see what I'm saying? But anyway, it's like
finishing, it says that I may assemble the kingdoms to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy.
right, not fire, throwing nuclear missiles and chariot fire. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what the Lord gonna do. He's just gonna make nothing more. He's gonna make these pretty much these wars and rumors of wars escalate. You see what I'm saying? It's gonna get worse and worse, and to the point where they're gonna have to all gather up. That World War III is gonna be troops on the ground. Because right now it's just bombing and shooting each other and shit like that. But now eventually it's gonna be boots on the ground, and people gonna be them Americans. They gonna go over there and they're gonna become the part of the soil. You know what I mean? Because they ain't gonna come out of that. Because that's the death. You're trying to go against Iran. That's the end of the war. What's that? Ezekiel 38, I believe, where it says they're gonna have to go. I'm trying to think. I mentioned scripture, Salakia. But pretty much that war with Iran is gonna be the last war that you're gonna ever have.
That's why when they went to Afghanistan, they particularly wanted to go into Iran, Pakistan. But honestly, through prophecy, they did. Even the presidents wouldn't allow them to go into those borders, because once you go into Iran, it's a wraps. But that's all. But that was in 2000 and early 2000s. We're in 2020s now, which prophecy is overtaking itself, so to speak. So now it's time to go in Iran. It wasn't there 20 years ago. You're gonna be forced to go in Iran. This is what the elder said. This is Revelation 17, and I'm gonna go at 16. It says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, all right, that's synonymous with EU nations, all right, these shall hate the whore. We know the whore represents Babylon the Great, which is America. which they're starting to bite each other's ankles at this point. It says, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. So they're gonna turn their missiles against America, which they've been helping since the 1950s to go against the Soviet Union, you know. But now they got a new enemy, which is Babylon, which they always knew back in the day, but they leached off of America for so long. But now the tickets come home to roost, so to speak.
Real quick too, just to speak on Iran.
Yeah, I got another one.
This is just a quick article that I came across. It says Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Khomeini issued a statement declaring that revenge for the killing of his father, Ayatollah Ali Khomeini, must occur. Iran's supreme leader Khomeini issued a written statement declaring that revenge for the killing of his father, former supreme leader, must certainly occur. See, so Iran, them nations over there is pissed off, man. You know, and they got it out for this place, you know. But in Obadiah 1,
Oh, and real quick too, I think it was the dude. I think it was just his funeral, I believe, right? I don't know if Jake's seen that video. Yeah, right. And then it was like I think 1 million people that showed up. And but what's it called? America, they would paint the image like they were oppressed over there. But you had all those people coming together to support this man's funeral, and the actual was saying death to America. That shows you these people in these different nations are tired of this place.
Yeah, I just want to finish out Revelation 17. Revelation 17 and verse 17. It says, for the Most High Yahweh hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast, unto the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled. And the woman which thou sawest...
Right, you see these different NATO and EU, different nations, all this shit. They're giving pretty much America's the head. You know what I'm saying? But now they starting to go against that. They starting to get tired of America. Like, man, you doing too much. You always constantly at war. You constantly doing this. And on top of that, you in hand in hand with these, you know, these people that bombing children and shit. They're getting tired of that shit. So they starting to really come against this man. And he's starting to see that separation. You know, and even to the point where America's saying, well, we about to get the fuck out of NATO. You know, I think they already got out the WHO, I think, or so they left something. I forgot, but you know what I mean? It's going to keep going and going, you know?
Yeah, because that whole thing was, like I said, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization was to protect each other's asses when the Soviet Union pops off. But now it's like, now everybody wants to protect themselves against America. Because America's always in war. And when America's at war, that means all the other nations, the EU nations, they had to go right along with them. Send pockets here, pockets there in each country.
Right, which again, you're speaking on it, these are all Edomite nations, man. You know, for the majority of represent America, Britain, you know what I'm saying? So on and so forth. But you know, you got these bankers escalating all this shit, man. Because look, they get funded, you know what I'm saying, from these wars. You know?
Yeah, last verse of Revelation 17. It says, and the woman which thou sawest is that great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth. Like you say, they're the head of the beast system. And now they're about to become the tail.
This is Jeremiah 49. And I'm going to start at... let me start at 12. It says, for thus saith Yahweh, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup was surely drunken. And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. For I have sworn by myself, saith Yahweh, that Basra shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse. And all the cities thereof shall be perpetually waste. Right? And, you know, against the ancient city of Esau, Edom. All right? And what ultimately supplies to now, which is Babylon the Great, which is America. All right, I have heard a rumor from Yahweh, and an ambassador is sent unto the heathen, saying, gather ye together and come against her and rise up to the battle. Right, and, you know, just like the elder book going into, man, all these tensions, etc. are being brewed up via Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. Like the scriptures say, Yahweh ruleth in the kingdom of men. All right, and he's stirring up all these commotions and escalating these situations that set before flood, World War III. All right, and the biggest catalyst to that is that all the heathen nations is going to be against this horde, like the brother reading in Revelation. All right, it's going to be against this horde, which is America, man. You see, so the tensions is real, man. And man, I'm just sitting here just thinking through the spirit, like, man, this is beautiful, bro. Because you know we need all these things to happen so we can get the hell up out this place, man, as soon as possible. Verse 15, it says, "For lo, I will make thee small among the heathen and despised among men." Right, and that's what you see. Esau Edom is the most despised human being on the planet. Nobody likes Esau, man. All right? Nobody likes, 6'9" Joe and his affiliates anymore. Even his own people. All right? Esau hates himself. All right, from the lesser Edomites, you know what I'm saying, to the elite Edomites. You got lesser Edomites speaking about, the elites, so on and so forth. So it's just all types of fucking and confusion going on amidst this kingdom, man. All right, but it's all via the spirit of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai and his word, man. The scriptures read, "I have hewn them down by the words of the prophets." And us, coming out here testifying against this devil is causing a great commotion in the earth, man. When has the world ever been, this chaotic since the prophet's been on the scene, man? All right? Once our elders, etc., came on the scene, beginning with Abba Bivens, up until this day where, the gospel has been spread and perfected, all right? You see that the American societies haven't done nothing but collapse, man. Nothing's getting better. The golden age of America that Trump promised ain't happening, all right? It's just straight commotion, man. And, continue to grow up. That's it.
This is a quick overview. In 2026, the United States formally withdrew from 66 international organizations, conventions, and treaties. This included 31 United Nations entities, such as the World Health Organization, the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change, and the UN Population Fund. It also included 35 non-UN organizations. The administration initiated a review of these groups and directed executive departments to stop funding and participating in them.
That's a lot. I didn't even know that. You said 35?
66 in all.
Damn. So I'm saying that's a lot. I thought it was just once, but that's even more beautiful. You know what I'm saying? This nigga, your boy Trump, bro. This nigga, he's wilding, bro. He's starting to, he's losing his shit. But it's all beautiful because it's all prophecy, and it's so beautiful because you had people that really thought, even black, white, Latino niggas that really thought that when Trump gonna come back the second time that he gonna make this place better. But he started to trip now. Like I always say, like we say, we believe that he's Nero in the reincarnation. When you look at Nero in the ancient world, the Roman emperor, his first 5 years was good, great. But then after that, this nigga started tripping. He started putting his mother to death, his ex-lover to death, all this shit. He started really, really tripping. Same thing with this place. Trump would start doing good, and now he's starting to wind, and now he just started making enemies out of his own allies, So you got some.
Proverbs 21 at the top, it says, "The king's heart is in the hand of Yahweh, as the rivers of water returneth it whithersoever he will." Right, he got Trump all in. So like he got Trump in all types of provision, man. He's got him all fucked up. Like you said, he tripping. I'm just thinking about Nebuchadnezzar, how the Lord, turned his spirit, made him all wild and, etc. Just going to show you that ultimately the Lord is in control of this whole situation, man. All right, and see the thing is with Esau, like the scripture said, the pride of thy heart have deceived thee, because he thinks he can triumph prophecy, man. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to fight against prophecy and, create their own will, their own way, all right, and their own blessing, man. But it's evident that the Lord is directing the ship, man, and got all these Edomites crashing out. Especially Trump. Like you said, his tan ain't orange enough. You know what I'm saying? His toupee, y'all fucked up now. He ain't the same nigga no more, man. He ain't the same nigga. Like you said, he ain't the same nigga he was before Biden. That first term, he was he was feeling like shit. You know, niggas getting incentives and shit, like or stimmies and shit. You know what I'm saying? The hood was good, everybody in the hood was happy. Niggas getting that got they got them stimmies and all that shit, man. You know? But now look, bro, it's just through. Now we dealing with inflation, shrinkflation, etc. You know, while, you know, the staple of American presidents is in office, man. Going to show you that Trump can't change shit, man. He's just a puppet, he's a pawn, man. You know, fucked up hairdo.
That's the spirit, because I was thinking about this last night, because you know, it's a big thing, this free will shit that been going around lately. And I think about it, I'm like, Esau got the power enough to wipe out a bunch of shit and just start a whole new shit with his elite families and shit. But he hasn't done it yet. Why? Because the Lord is in control. The Lord is setting us up for something greater, right? Esau got all these different missiles and different technologies that he can wipe out all the neighborhoods, all the people that he don't want, clear out the prisons, all that shit, and keep all the good shit for himself. But what is he doing? The Lord has him set up to where he can't do it just what he want to do, right? The Lord has it set up for something that's greater, man.
Let's get Job 20 on those. Oh, you got it?
Job 26. This is Job 26.
And that's why prophecies must continue to happen, because he will maintain that so-called posture. He wants to destroy. And that's why that so-called you know what's going to come into play in the heavyweight, and he think that's going to help it's going to betterment his system. You know, until the Lord slapped that piece of steak out his mouth.
Real quick, this is Job 14:5. It says, "Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass." Right, it's backing up the young brother, like you said. You know, the Lord got him set up for something greater. All right, and you know, also we understand that you know he's the great antagonist to the story or movie that the Lord has produced. All right, because well, again, like that what we mentioned earlier, he's going to be set up to fight up against the Lord and his angels, man. All right, but again, this Edomite has bounds that he can't pass. They said he could have been said, "Fuck, hit the red buttons, start, you know what I'm saying, taking out cities, whatever, you know what I'm saying, got a secret colony set up and shit, and shit. You know, he got it all planned out in a sense, written on the Georgia Guidestones, etc. He's gonna 500,000 people on the earth, you know, so on and so forth. He put it in movies, etc. All right, but again, the Lord is in control of this thing, all right? And like the scriptures say in Deuteronomy 32, none can be delivered out of my hand. You know, and that's what Esau fails to realize, man. We think he's outside of the Lord's will, and you're not. You're right with it. They say he created the wicked for the day of evil, roughly paraphrasing our Proverbs. You know, so you were literally created to be the antagonist of this movie, man. There's nothing you can do.
This real quick, Isaiah 13 and verse 4, it says, "The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. Yahweh of hosts mustereth the host of the battle." Right. So with all that being said, you know, the Lord is bringing that commotion in the world. You know, and all these different nations that have had time to build up their artillery, build up their nations. All right. Sway the minds of their people. All right. The Lord is getting it together to where everybody's riled up for that great day of destruction. So that way, when the Lord comes, all these missiles are going to be pointed where? At America. Right? Getting them all riled up, getting them pissed off. Trump come in, pulling out of different treaties and pulling away from different nations that were allies. You see, so not only are the enemies of America pissed off, but so are the allies, right? So everybody is against them.
Yeah, that's beautiful too, because last night I was rewatching that. What was that? Shakur versus Lopez. That was probably one of the best fights ever. One of the best. Yeah, hell yeah. Right. I was just thinking how the Lord cold, bro. The Lord, he's a man of war. You see what I'm saying? And that's why you see all these different wars going on right now. Because the Lord, he, like the scripture the brother just read, you know, the Lord much with the host of the battle. He the one that I'm gonna have these different leaders. Okay, hey, you need get however the fuck they do it. You know, we get some men, get the gear, get the equipment, put them on this border, whatever the fuck. He the one, Lord, he's a master chess player. You know what I'm saying? He's the grand master. I think that's what they call it in chess. You know what I'm saying? And so the Lord's controlling all the pieces, and he's all, and on top of that, he's making it a good story. You see what I'm saying? Because he could have just been like, all right, I'm gonna have y'all fight, but no, he make a whole story. He gonna have a whole thing, build up, have them talk shit to each other for years. You know what I'm saying? And do all kinds of shit, propaganda, and then now he's finally like, okay, now it's time. I'm gonna gather you all up, and not on top of that, he pretty much butter up Esau Edom, cause he got this nigga proud, thinking that I'm about to win this shit. I'm about to win World War III. And then on top of that, not only I'm gonna win World War III, I'm gonna win against the Lord. That's why that Job 20 is perfect, because it shows you that he's trying to bring his new world order, but the Lord is gonna pretty much, cancel all his plans. You see what I'm saying?
What do you think they do during the fights, the pre-fight things, like the cards? You know, they bring out Conor McGregor and the other dude, and they talk shit, and that's exactly what they're doing now. The Lord is just making sure everybody's instigating fights.
The press conference.
Yeah. You know, before the ultimate fight.
Eat your children. What's that? Mike Tyson.
What you like that, white boy? What you like that, white boy?
Can I read this in the Good News Bible that the brother read? It's trying to kind of sound kind of good.
The Lord funny, man. I think the Lord created all these dudes, man. Mighty ass nigga to sound like Tweety or something.
Yeah, I just want to read this out of the Good News Bible, what the brother read out of Isaiah 13:4. Isaiah 13:4 out of the Good News Bible. It says, "Listen to the noise on the mountains, the sound of a great crowd of people, the sound of nations and kingdoms gathering. The Lord of armies is preparing his troops for battle." I mean, that's just pretty much plain, man. That's the outline of what's about to come to America, to all of the earth, man. All of the earth is going to play a significant role in what's about to happen of this destruction, man. Whether you like it or not, you know.
Like, just like I always say, like it's simple. Like, 'cause you call it world war, but it's what? What is a world war? It's the world at war with each other. It's this nation, that nation, all these different nations. Okay, this side, it's like two sides. Russia on this side and America, he got 15 allies. This nigga got 20 allies. They all of them come together and fight each other. You know.
It's like, like the big UFC conferences, press conferences, where they got like the whole card out there, and then just the main, it's the whole card. You got the prelim there, but then you got the big dog, you got the belts. America got the belts. America and Russia, they got the belts. You got Iran, they some heavy UFC. You got like Conor McGregor, you know what I'm saying, Gates. You got motherfuckers like him, like Max Holloway. They hard too, though. You know what I'm saying? Leah, it's like the big eight-person press conference, man, with America and Russia at the top. And then you got the prelims on them, but they don't like that nigga either. They don't nobody like Conor McGregor. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of them things, man. Like the Ultimate Fighter type shit. They all talking shit, rapping and shit. Fuck you. And you got, Hamzat and all them niggas fucking. What's the other? Khabib. Yeah, so you got like Conor, Khabib, you know what I'm saying? The heavy dudes. Beautiful, bro. It's like we're literally watching the Lord's press conference. You know what I'm saying?
And we the ones that's forecasting.
We're forecasting.
We the announcer type. Hey, right. Welcome to the World at War. I'm your host, Oda Paloya. To alongside, we got Toss.
Smack.
Hey, bro, that's a video. Lord's press conference, man. Then the post conference gonna be us. Because also we there too though. We the Nation of Israel. You know what I'm saying? And our son, he the final. You know what I'm saying? He the big dog. You know what I'm saying? You gotta fight him. And
then you got the niggas in the seat of the crowd. Yeah. You got the Christians.
Yeah.
They ask these questions. Yeah, they don't know what's going on. We asking all the hard questions and we like, hey, what do you think about what's going on? And then the nigga don't know what he's got. He don't know what's going on. He's got not a clue. Hey, yo, back to you.
Right.
cut a commercial break.
The last one they gotta fight. Cause everybody, cause all the nations trying to fight against Howard Shah. You know what I'm saying? That's the last fight. You know what I'm saying?
Right. We like John Jones.
Exactly. We like John Jones, Johnny Jones.
Everybody trying to get to us. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or to the max. Can't nobody beat him though.
Can't nobody beat him.
Can't nobody beat Howard Shah.
Funny.
You know what I'm saying? Then it's gonna be the post conference, us and the King. How you feel after that victory? Oh man, I feel great. You know what I'm saying?
Had me
I
at
have
the-
my lovely wife. You know,
Had me at the
kids,
roast for a
good.
second.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Drinking a fucking 9.5 pH water after the fight. Good though, you know what I'm saying? Then you gonna celebrate.
He said I came, I saw, and I conquered. That's the end of the story, nigga.
Yeah, volume, bro. We about to win, bro. Man, for real, slacking, bro. I've been thinking about it a lot lately, bro. We about to fucking win, man. Like, I know Jake listened to y'all brothers still don't know if y'all watched the Constant to Heart video about going into Superman, bro. We about to be powers, bro. Like, for real, bro. That, man, I was at the job, like, all of like a baby. Yeah, bro. Luckily, I was sweating, couldn't nobody see me. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, damn, bro, like, we about to fucking win, bro. For real, man. Like, Lord really stirring this thing up, man. We about to win, bro. Fuck that shit. Fuck all the weak shit, all the pussy shit. You know what I'm saying? We got him to be Bennett, bro. We too fucking close, man. Too fucking close, man, to get weak right now, bro. There's too much shit happening, bro. Shit like literally where I'm at, I'm, watching these motherfuckers really build or attempt, whether they finish it or not, or attempt to build something that's going towards this digital age. Literally, I'm watching this shit get built. To the mechanics, to how the whole process of watching this, I'm literally through the spirit helping build prophecy. You know what I'm saying? Or build upon prophecy, bro. So I'm seeing this shit firsthand, bro, how they trying to make these centers and shit centers, what they trying to do, why they trying to do it. You know what I'm saying? Of course, they try to butter it up like, it's just, you know what I'm saying? But nah, bro, they really building this infrastructure for this thing to happen, bro.
And that's beautiful. I've been seeing a bunch of videos on that. We've been speaking about, warfare. And, ultimately, them data centers is a huge warfare against the people. You know what I'm saying? Your everyday citizens. Because y'all been seeing videos about how people that live in rural areas, you know what I'm saying, they getting these big data centers built around their houses. And I seen one lady, she cut on her water, because we mentioned a couple camps weeks ago, just how much water these data centers require to run, right? And her water pressure on cold is like drops. She can't even get no cold water. She got to go buy water just to use it. You know what I'm saying? And then the water that they are getting is filled with a bunch of chemicals and sediment at the bottom of it. It's not even safe to drink.
Shit crazy, bro.
Man, it's a heavy warfare on the people. And what is it doing? They're building these centers in rural areas where the crops and all that shit grow and pushing everybody where? To the cities, right? Where they can have it cameras and everything, so everybody's surveyed, everybody's watched. You can't get nothing past them, yeah.
Everybody contained while they roll everything on the outside, bro. Hence the 15-minute cities and so on and so forth, bro. They put it all right here, man. And they moving on the outskirts. Man, it's fucking insane, bro.
Real quick,
Too. I don't know if Jake seen it. I put it in a chat thing. This lady, I think it was something different. I think it was like power lines, whatever. But they had like power lines behind this lady's house, and it's been in her house and in her families for generations. And they pretty much saying like, you gotta get the fuck out of here. And then pretty much she was like, nah, I'm gonna stay. And then they got some type of law. I forgot what it was called. But pretty much you gonna have to take this money. And you got no choice. You gotta go.
because that's a strong, because that power line really belongs to the state.
Yep.
So if you interfere with that power line, you're gonna have to they're gonna force you to fuck out, because that power line it's gonna power that data center. They need that line. Or else it's gonna cost extra. It's gonna cost more to do more of an extra infrastructure.
They can tell you they need your shit for government business, and they gonna take this shit.
Commandeer it.
Yep. There's nothing you can do about it. Nothing. They're gonna take it.
That shit, my body, they got one, you got one, but real quick, that's gonna ramp up even more. I know during, I'm pretty sure it's still in the Constitution. I believe during like the early wars with the French versus whatever the fuck, I forgot. I think I learned this shit in school, but or the British, wherever the
French
fuck they was fighting.
Revolutionary War?
I think so. I think it was during that time. Pretty much they had soldiers coming in to people's homes and no, this is ours, well, not ours, but you gotta stay here. You gotta feed us.
Oh,
Y'all gotta allow us to come in your home.
That's
you know?
more of like a World War II thing. That was when it became very, very popular.
Yeah.
When American soldiers went into Germany and they set up patrols or whatever. But I mean, it could have happened a long time ago, but it's way more prevalent now because they was affluent during the World War II times. Back then, everybody was poor. You know.
So I remember they had a show about it, about the first American spy. I forgot the dude's name. They used to have it on Netflix, but it was like the Redcoats. The dude came into their house and like this, you know, we occupying this shit.
The Brits.
You know what I'm saying? And you see that the government is gonna keep taking and keep taking and keep taking more and more shit to the point where you people ain't gonna have shit. And what he gonna give you? Hey, well, take this chip. You know, that's the best I can give you.
You know, all nothing to be happy. They're trying to hoard everything up for themselves, man. All the precious things. And give you this and pump out the scraps and ration out the scraps to you, man. Human cattle. That's exactly what they want. They're trying to tag human beings like cattle, bro. I mean, the planet is evident, bro. They already got niggas like that, ultimately. You know what I'm saying? But they're trying to, you know, heighten it, you know what I'm saying? And with that micro-CHIP thing so they can surveil you without an issue. Hence, why they set up AI first. So they ain't gotta have 100 motherfuckers in cubicles. You know what I'm saying? Typing and looking and watching. You know, they got an idol, all right, a left-hand idol, left-hand angel. You know what I'm saying? That can govern and surveil your every movement, man. They show you in the movies, man. Just like, for instance, Jay gotta watch the movie Mercy. All right, so pretty much an AI judge, but you know, I forget what they call it, the municipal cloud, where it can surveil everything, your ring cameras, your phone, your social media, and the AI judge can tap in and all that shit in seconds. Just pull it up in seconds, man. You see, so bro, the infrastructure there, they got the AI set up, they're building the data centers, all right. And they, again, you know, building the chip centers to produce these CHIPs, man. You know? And there's a lot of these centers already built. You know, so they may be built more, but they already got them built, man. Shit, even at my job, bro, you gotta go through the turnstiles and shit. That shit is like a fucking prison. It's crazy. How they got that shit set up, man.
And not to mention all these big retail stores that are ghost towns now, they shanty towns, especially in the Midwest. Your Kmart's, your Circuit Cities, those big malls, you know, those are going to turn into what? The C camps. You know, the real, never mind, I ain't going to get into that.
Concentration.
Yeah, the C camps, man.
For the rebels. You know what I'm saying? Those who rebel.
Yeah, nah, that's decent. I watched Demolition Man for the first time. Like a week
We the
ago or
people under the ground.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But it's so heavy, like the AI and all that shit, and how they, because it's like, damn.
What year was it?
20, I think it was 20 when they came back. See, it's supposed to be like it's like 2040 something. It was like 2026 or something, or 2030 something. Something like that. Yeah, like 2030 something. Because Weston got out. You know what I'm saying?
It was in the years we hit now.
Yeah,
bro.
right. It was current time, bro.
And it's crazy because
And it showed like almost like the AI and everything.
it's crazy because one big thing they would do, they would dock people who cuss. Hits, and now they got hate speech and all that shit. AI,
Yep.
It's, bro, they got it all, bro. Let you say something about the Israeli here, 100 points.
Yeah.
Take, you know what I'm saying? $100 out your bank account. Watch what you say.
Short about that.
You know what I'm saying?
Out of time, I'll show you that too. Justin Timberlake. Yeah, it's a
yeah.
point-based system, man. Yeah, Jet gets about to live on a point-based system. F your debit cards, F your credit card system. That credit card is gonna be your new point-based system, man. Like bro said, you track every move. All right, you gonna type in ChatGPT. What does GMS think about the Revelation 13 verse 16? 50 points off.
Yeah.
You know. Next thing you know, you can't pay your rent.
Out of time.
Yeah, it's a quick one. Proverbs chapter 13. Believe, brother.
That Job 22 after that.
I bet. This is Proverbs chapter 13, verse 25. It says, the righteous eateth to the satisfying of his soul, but the belly of the wicked shall want. And like I said, the wicked is the so-called white man, predominantly the Edomites. All right, their belly, they always want more. They're insatiable. All right, they're greedy. It's like they got a humongous parasite in their belly because they always want more. That's why they got plus 200 embassies, plus 200 garrisons in all over the world because they want more. They want to keep taking. You know, that's their mindset. They just can't sit down and chill.
Con, what you just read?
Proverbs 13:25.
And they can't even sleep without coming up with
Yeah, that's
something
when I was
different, bro. They can't even sleep. You know what I'm saying? What they say, work of mischief on his man. How did you just read?
No. But that's pretty much what it is.
Yeah.
He can't go to sleep. His stomach growling. Jay can go to sleep. All you gotta do is drink some sink water,
Yeah.
smack. But you know that's real talk.
Man, Esau got all these trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars.
All
and
the gold.
all the gold and reserves and everything, but yet you still trying to find something more. Shit's insane.
Psalms, this back in better. Psalms 36 and 4. Well, let me.
Oh yeah, while you getting that,
Sorry for the time.
I always going to that. I forgot his fucking name again, but it was that president during the time when they took the Philippines. So it was like, I think this was like 1800s, whatever, or some shit. Or no, or maybe early 19. It had to be like early. I forgot the year.
Philippines was in the 1860s. The Philippines. I know the Mexican-American War, the Spanish-American War.
Is it Rome? Somebody can look up the
Yeah,
name.
I'm gonna look for it.
What was that president? Because pretty much it was I made a video on it. It was the information where he was praying, so-called praying to God, pacing back and forth. He said whether we should take the Philippines, and he was like, I didn't know what to do. I was pacing back and forth. I was praying all night, and then eventually I came up with the solution that we gotta take the Philippines, and then in which real quick, Esau Roosevelt.
Well, it started with a president named William McKinley.
I think it was him.
Yeah, and then Theodore Roosevelt was the one that ended the war.
Yeah, because he came in. Yeah, because that's late 1900s, 1800s.
1898.
You said William McKinley.
William McKinley.
Yeah, that nigga, because he was deciding, he was like, oh, should do it, and then he finally decided, like, okay, I'm gonna do it. And then, right. He said, I'm gonna do it, and then he said, then I finally was at rest, then I went to sleep. So also, that shows you, that's that scripture of really living. He couldn't even sleep until he finally decided, you know what, we're gonna take it. And on top of that, because before America got involved, it was I think it was Spain that was there, and they was fucking them up, and then America was actually helping the Philippines, and then when they got freed from Spain, then the Americans attacked them. So that shows you America's a piece of shit, man. Anyways, you got it.
Psalms 36 at the top, it reads, the transgression of the wicked saith within my heart that there is no fear of the Most High before his eyes. For he flattereth himself in his own eyes until his iniquity be found to be hateful. The words of his mouth are iniquity and deceit. He hath left off to be wise and to do good. He deviseth mischief upon his bed. He setteth himself in a way that is not good. He abhorreth not evil.
Man, it's like if the dudes can say, I'm telling you, like, think about this. You got everything in the world that you could ask for. But yet, when you go and lay down, you think about what's next. What can I do to fuck this people up? Or what can I do to fuck that person up? What can I do to keep these people blind? What can I do to take the next nation? That's how Esau thinks. What nation is next? Who's next? Shit, America would take down Russia if they could. I'm telling you.
And the scriptures tell you don't worry about tomorrow, man, in James. You know, but Esau, he's foreshadowing years and years from now. He's thinking about 2030. Nigga, it's still 2026, yeah, you know?
Man, these old niggas trying to figure out how to be immortal.
Yeah,
trying to merge robot and man and shit like this is fucking RoboCop or some shit.
Take a lizard dick gene,
Yeah,
add baby milk, maybe.
that's what they scientists and shit probably really for. Like trying to figure out how can we live to 1,000. That's
They are,
crazy
they
shit.
are,
That's
they
what they
are.
doing, bro.
They're trying to be the most high, bro. And they show, like I said, like I always say, man, this is like a big, for Esau, it's like a weird, evil sci-fi movie, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy, like some shit like that. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're trying to find the hidden equation of life and all that crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? So they could become immortal. They're trying to get their blessing back. Because had they been in our spot, they would, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, also, we know that it was already predestined and ordained for us to have that spot to gain immortality, be set up as a righteous, etc. All right? You know, and this is how it played out. And he saw Edom, that's his whole MO, man, to be like the Most High.
Right.
Again, that's why he's setting up all this shit to play these different roles, you know, these lower level omnipresent roles on the left-hand side, AI, digital IDs, etc. But he can govern and surveil everything like the Heavenly Father does on creation, man. You know, but he's trying to do it here on Earth. You know, that's why he goes and explores the heavens. You know what I'm saying? And looks at planets. And, you know what I'm saying? You know, like we say, bro, if he could, he would destroy planets. If he could. You know, he would, man, conquer the known universe, man. You know?
Yeah, if it was like Yahweh Shemel Shai, he wouldn't be doing, that's plain, he wouldn't be doing space shuttle commercials in Hollywood's basement, man. Trying to act like this nigga in Hollywood, man. In Hollywood's basement trying to act like he on the moon.
Yeah, the suspenders.
Yeah.
Can I read the Psalm 36, the NLT real quick?
I think bro had one real quick.
It says, they lie awake at night hatching sinful plots. Their actions are never good. They make no attempt to turn from evil. Right, like you said, they just nigga on the benches. You know it's like in movies, like investigations, they just up and late, you know, sleepless nights, tie, comfy stains, and sit on the white shirt. You know what I'm saying? You know, fucking lab coat on, writing down equations and shit. You know, it's just like madmen.
Glasses all crooked.
Yeah, got lashes. Yeah, he got one strand of hair, like four strands of hair slicked this way and shit.
Doing witchcraft.
Sweating and shit. Mixing potions and shit. Yeah, he hearing voices and shit. He just like a fucking man. He's a mad scientist, man.
What's that nigga? Green Goblin.
Yeah,
Remember
some
you
shit
hear
like
voices
that.
and
Some
shit?
crazy shit like that. Yeah.
Nah, that's real though. It's the same. I just how Nebuchadnezzar was. He had his high lofty people,
Right,
the
the
witches
Chaldeans.
and all that shit that he used to have. But whose counsel always stood? The Lord's. You know what I'm saying? Daniel when them coming through there, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, all that shit they talking about false. They can't even tell you what you dream about. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be the same way here, man.
What's that?
Proverbs 4:16. I'm gonna read it in the NLT. It says, "For evil people can't sleep until they've done their evil deed for the day. They can't rest until they cause someone to stumble." And that's their main goal. They want to get us from our power so that we don't be blessed. Because if we blessed, then we're going to get the power and we're going to take over. And they know that. So they trying to put all this witchcraft and all these different theologies and all this shit so they can trick us out our spot. But the Lord has already predestined the ones that's going to stick to him and never go away from it. And they know that, so they hate that shit. Yeah, I already playing.
Yeah, you already did. I'm a witness. I'm a witness. I'm a witness. I'm a witness.
I said straight ahead, she was on this side.
I witnessed.
Man, I got to preach that real quick there. Hey, man. Real quick, this Isaiah 47, this chapter goes hard too, by the way. But I'm going to jump to, I'm going to start at 10. This is Isaiah 47:10 in the NLT. It reads, "You felt secure in your wickedness. No one sees me, you said, but your wisdom and knowledge have led you astray." Right? And that's how Esau Edom, he felt secure in his wickedness, man. You know what I'm saying? He felt, he was prospering, etc. You know what I'm saying? He says, "No one sees me," you said, "but your wisdom and knowledge have led you astray." Right, man? And now this man is erring in his counsels. All right? this devil, he's losing, man. You know what I'm saying? He done went too far, man, on the left hand side. And you said, I am the only one, and there is no other. So disaster will overtake you.
What they say, I don't know if you made that point yet, but he said when they call themselves Illuminati, the hidden ones, like a secret society, that nigga get exposed, you know, chiefly by the prophets.
It says, so disaster will overtake you, and you won't be able to charm it away. See? You ain't gonna be able to go and deal with them left-hand practices, etc., like you used to, man. You know, shit like that. Propaganda, all the, the left-hand magic and sorcery and shit you use. Media, yep, beautiful. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna be able to charm it away once this shit happens, bro. When the Lord strikes you, man, it's over. It reads, calamity will fall upon you, and you won't be able to buy your way out. And catastrophe, how do you say that? Catastrophe, always put that word in. Catastrophe will strike you suddenly, one for which you are not prepared. Now use your magical... Verse 12, now use your magical charms. Use the spells you have worked at all these years. Maybe they will do you some good. Maybe they can make someone afraid of you. Right, man? So again, man, this is beautiful, bro. And see, that's what Esau Edom is trying to do. But see, them spells and them magic charms, etc., that you have used are wearing out. You know what I'm saying? It's like an evil villain. He keeps trying to use that one tool or one, instrument to, to get over on his enemy, etc., etc. This shit's not working anymore, man. You done use up all your magic. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, I'm trying to think of a movie, man. Nigga try to use his powers, but he can't.
Hey, Potter?
Yeah, so see that nigga try
Last Dragon.
That's what I was thinking of.
So now?
Nigga starts Nigga starts to see the glow start fading away from him, man. That left hand energy start fading away from him. He couldn't use the glow no more. You know what I'm saying? Sorry.
Spider-Man 3.
I was gonna say that when he could.
Left him. Yeah, he was like,
yeah. Niggas trying to use his powers, but it ain't working. Like I said, maybe it'll do you some good. It ain't gonna do you no more good, man. You don't use it all up, man. Because the left hand it has a limit. You know what I'm saying? Righteousness is forever. Wickedness isn't, man.
And now that's a beautiful example. Last Dragon, you know what I'm saying? You think about showing up, he was causing hella ruckus. You know what I'm saying? Kept on conquering the nigga. You know what I'm saying? Everything around him. Fucked up his mom in them spot. You know what I'm saying? And sure enough, in the end, what happened? Bruce Leroy conquered him, right? Got his woman. He got everything that he wanted. You know what I'm talking about?
It was a happy ending. He started dancing, gyrating and shit on the stage.
You know what I'm saying?
Celebrating. I got one more verse. Isaiah 47:13 NLT. It says, all the advice you receive has made you tired. Where are all your astrologers, those stargazers who make predictions each month? Let them stand up and save you from what the future holds. Right? And that's what Esau Edom is trying to do. Use all these, again, the sorcery, his different scientists, etc., stargazers, that's why they all tapping into the heavens. Bro, this is literally Esau Edom, man. Being, in his system, what he does behind closed doors, all right, that he may obtain global dominance, man. And furthermore, if he could, universal dominance, man. That's what he wants. If he could, he would, man. Try to take over solar systems and planets, and, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. This is a big sci-fi movie, big evil sci-fi movie, man. That nigga's Palpatine. You know what I'm saying?
and that's crazy because, and this shows you too that Esau, he dealing with this witchcraft shit because in the military, they say they took it away, but they said they had a thing called a remote viewing. So if somebody, for example, got captured or something, they trying to find them, they have no clue where they're at. They would have a nigga come in or a witch come in and remote viewing pretty much will try to find the answers to where this person is at. Pretty much, in other words, using witchcraft. You look it up, it's literally on the internet. That shit was real. So that shows you that Esau deals with witchcraft. And you think that shit, you think he just, okay, we done with that. He's still doing that shit to this day, even further. But that's what's gonna happen. Esau, he gonna try to use this witchcraft, and he gonna see the prophets out here doing what they doing, exposing things. And you see his witchcraft is getting weaker and weaker. People are starting to wake up, even if they're not so-called waking up to the truth. Still, people still started getting more masculine, women getting more feminine. You know what I'm saying? People starting to see who the real people are, and who the fake chosen people, and all the wicked shit that they doing. Your shit ain't working no more. You know, you can use a little distraction, and people will get distracted for a while, because you still got dummies here. But at the same time, people will be like, man, this is a distraction. On all throughout all the comment boards, on YouTube, Instagram, whatever, everybody exposing like, this is a distraction created by the small hats. So it's over for you, man. You know, just like in ancient Egypt, you know, it was literally the left-hand side magic against Moses and Aaron, and the right-hand side spiritual power, and they was losing. The left-hand side was losing. You see?
Yeah, it's beautiful. Even in our little realm, you keep trying to send vocab around. Like, bro, that shit is dead. Yeah. Vocab, you just need to hang that weak ass fedora up and them sunglasses. Man. He probably got a mannequin. He said that motherfucker. The motherfucking fedora on in them glasses. Man. He put that shit on every day. Like, he need to hang that shit up, man. And that weak ass button up shirt. You know what I'm saying? Hang that shit up, man. Probably that beard probably fake too. You know? But hey, man, Esau, you losing, man. He's losing, man. Losing heavily, bro.
Well, you just answered your own question. You said you're gonna keep throwing that punch. Esau, he's running out of stuff to throw because he can't win. He can't get a punch off, man. He's swinging. You know them cartoons where the nigga swing real far right and he spins like 8 times. That's what's happening to Esau. He can't get a punch off, man.
Right. You know? Right. I mean, in other words, you don't got no answer. Going back to that Shakur fight, that nigga, he was everything to do was a Lopez nigga. Everything he tried to do, he stopped him. He tried to get close to him. Nope. Get out of here. Move. Nope. He controlling everything. That same thing with the Lord. The Lord's controlling everything. You trying to, Esau, he got a plan. Okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. And the Lord is like, nope. Jab, weave, get out the way. You know, perfect timing, perfect space, distance, and all that. And all your shit ain't working. Now, the prophets of the Lord, we controlling the fight through the Spirit and power Yahweh B'Shmi Shai. Because we don't gotta do nothing. We don't gotta come together, form our own military, get arms and shit, and blow up shit. We don't gotta do none of that. All thing we gotta do is speak the words of the Lord. And just that alone, through the Spirit and power Yahweh B'Shmi Shai, we win it. You know?
Like Jake always said, all you other people that know shit, because Esau, the tricks he think he have up his sleeve, everybody already see the shit. But they can't do nothing about it. All the woke people can't do nothing about it. They don't have no solution. Yeah. This is the solution. Yeah. We're leaving it in the Lord's hands.
Yeah, all you niggas who may be hip to some shit, niggas wearing brass bracelets and shit, drinking out of brass cup, you know.
Nigga with the brass thing on his eye.
Yeah, nigga out there. I was just gonna say that shit. He got the motherfucking brass eye and shit. You thought you was me? Nigga thought he had the renting gun. Get the fuck out of here, man. Like you say, all you motherfuckers you hit, you got the one nigga who always rapping, making the raps. You know, which I mean, it's good stuff. I mean, it ain't like we scoffing it because the shit be true.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The die, you know, Yaki, and you know, they got truth. It's truth in it. But what's the solution, my nigga? What is that gonna do? How is that gonna change the world? Alright? Niggas always talking about some farmland. Okay, cool, you got some farmland, but they still gonna hit your shit with heavy metals. You know what I'm saying?
Heavy taxes.
They still, 100, a few miles off your property, start a wildfire. Now all your shit. Come on, man. Y'all ain't got no solution. Ultimately, the solution is that we need a new ruler. We need a new governor of the earth, man, which is Yahweh Shai. They said this is the solution, man. This is a solution. Because again, brothers practice all these things. Where the elements, the precious metals, eat clean, you know what I'm saying? We understand that, but we're still in hell. Because here it is, everybody trying to eat clean and be vegan. Now all of a sudden it's a fucking parasite that's all over all the, the produce and shit. So it's like you can't escape.
Extreme diarrhea.
Yeah, extreme
Yeah.
diarrhea because you done ate a kale salad.
That's insane.
So here it is, even if you, and then that's
I
another
just did
thing too. Yeah, and that's another thing too. I noticed like, cause you know a couple years ago I was big on the sea moss. Just get the raw sea moss and all that. They even got that
That's
shit.
cool.
they got all that shit tainted.
Natural
Here,
flavor,
natural,
sea moss.
artificial, natural, sea moss with artificial flavors and shit in it now. Like, come on, so you can't have shit here, man. You know?
Pineapple, cranberry, sea moss.
Yeah, man, stupid shit. You should be
Plain
able,
apple.
you should be able to get on
Wax in
Amazon. And not saying that you can't still get the raw, you know what I'm saying, people who harvest it and, you know, source it locally. You know what I'm saying? But here it is. Everything that you try to do to better yourself, Esau finds a way to But again, everything that you do here in Babylon, the Great America, to try to better yourself, live healthy, so on and so forth, Esau finds a way to taint it, man. Every which way, bro. Every which way, bro. Can't do shit. Nigga try to, you know, you try to eat straight like apostles and brothers say, you try to eat straight apples and shit. Now you bloated. Like, God damn, fuck, I thought it was fiber in this shit. What the fuck? You feel me? Hey, straight strawberries and you feel all tired and shit. What the fuck? You know, and again, you know, it's, you know, that could be from your body adjusting and all that, which we get, but it's like still, man. You gotta eat fucking 100 apples to get the you know what I'm saying, the nutrition that you would have got from one, you know, 100 years ago, man. That's crazy. Seedless shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's,
You know, they talking about the water.
yeah.
The water is being filtered through the sewage.
Yeah. I seen so many.
I just seen it, bro.
Oh man, I've seen so many documentaries.
So most people getting sewer water is their tap water.
Yeah.
And while this clean water is going to the top people, they giving you this trash water with all our trash. We dumping all our shit into this water,
Dead
and it's going to y'all, the dead people and every goddamn thing. Yeah, bro. Yeah, that's why Kill Banks is buying up all that farmland and putting that water over here and giving us this sewage water. When you see the sewers and what's in there,
Crud and butt.
man, that shit looks so gross, bro.
Yeah. Tampons and condoms and shit.
Yeah.
You that one condom you flush, you know, they flush the condom down the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, man.
You definitely put it in a piece of tissue with them.
Wash yourself off.
Yeah. You be thinking about it, all the water we just drunk in like the past
But it's
2 days.
man.
Taking showers with shit water.
But I mean, we laughing about, but this shit,
It's true.
real tampon. You know, bitches always flushing. Come on, man. It's, you know what I'm saying? Spit.
Throw up. You can go on. You can go all day.
Dust that you just washed up,
And the
washed up
stuff
all
that
your
you
sweat
like, when you
from
got
work.
like mop water and shit, the
Cleaners.
dirty, you throwing it all in there. Like,
Chlorine.
Bloated dead body.
Clorox.
So literally everything you can think of
Random
is
dead
in the water that we
turtles.
drink. Everything.
But honestly, I would
we got
say,
a water system.
and the Lord does have mercy on us though, because real talk, that facilities, I've seen the intricacies of it. It is very interesting how they do it, but it's also very disgusting. But how they clean the water, purify it, but it's also still disgusting. But I got a quick precept just to go back off what you brothers was talking about as in where's your solution, and just go real quick. This is Ephesians chapter 4:4. There's one body and one spirit, even as you're called in one hope of your calling. One Lord, one faith, one baptism. One power in the Father of all, who is above all and through all and in you.
Right, it's only one, bro. It's only one way, one truth. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nigga with a, like I said, they ain't got the brass eye looped around his forehead with the crown. Nah, bro. Big ass piece of copper on his neck. That nigga ain't got the solution, bro. That nigga ain't got the truth. It's only one truth, man. One way, bro. You know? And this truth, and this faith is it, bro. You gotta get the fuck up out this place, man.
That Joe.
So Job 20, starting at verse 4, it says, Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment.
Right. This ain't nothing new. Because you got the ancient world, you got the Greeks, you got the Romans, you got the Egyptians, you got goddamn Genghis Khan, you got all these other different empires and different, you know, China, whatever. They all had their height and they all failed. The hypocrite, they all lost in the end. You know, again, wickedness is only but for a moment. If your rulership is nothing but wickedness and pride and corrupt food, corrupt people, corrupt politicians, that shit not gonna last forever. What you know what I'm saying? What in your right mind would make you think that this shit gonna last forever? It's not. Just off that alone, the government officials, all of them corrupt. Just taking money and taking bribes, you know what I'm saying, putting innocent people away and locking up, and the people that's supposed to be locked up really put to death, running right free. The Lord ain't gonna let wickedness just continue to go and go. There's a point where he's like, all right, enough is enough, and justice gotta be served, you know? But you got it.
It says, verse 6, though his excellence mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung.
Right. So excellency went to the clouds, literally and metaphorically. You know, you proud, and also that you sent your satellites out there. You know, because you was Saudi really, because really it was Russia first, with Sputnik, and then they try to come back. Well, let me send my shit out there. Then they was like, oh, you know what? We went to the moon. How about that? So it's trying to make himself like he's the best in the best nation in the world, and people believe that shit. But even though first of all, you can't go that goddamn far, but even though you can go out a little bit and set your satellites out there, the Lord was still gonna push you down, man. You see what I'm saying? Because because back in the day when people first did that shit, people was bugged out like, whoa, what the fuck? This man is God pretty much, you know? Because this man can put his shit all in space, and then how much more with this technology, this MOTV technology? All right, it's like fast. But when they bring this technology out to those foolish, people gonna be amazed at Esau again. Like, oh shit, well, what the fuck? Oh, you can do this, you can do that, you can pay, you can see your medical bills, you can see how my heart rate, all this other bullshit. It's inside me. You know what I'm saying? People gonna be amazed. Some people gonna be like, damn, you know. But hey, the Lord's still gonna bring you down.
You know, people they're losing patience with the app, all the apps, the multiple apps, and the multiple passwords that you need to get into everything. Now it's just gonna be, you ain't even gotta push a button no more. You just gotta wipe the joint, and I can look at my, you know what I mean?
Because I forget what rapper it was. He was talking about, he's like, it's gonna be like, it's gonna be a flex. Like, yeah, nigga, right when they come with a chip in your hand, nigga, you're gonna be flexing that shit. Nigga, you know what I'm saying?
Kind of some Slim Thug type shit.
Yeah, some stupid shit, man. You know?
Yeah, you ain't even gotta put your password in because it's gonna know, your phone gonna know, like, oh, so this is his hand. I know his shit. Fuck out.
Niggas gonna be chopping niggas' hands off.
What's it called? Upgraded or something like that. That's how motherfuckers, I mean, you know, we'll see how you're gonna have your truthers and people who woke through the situation and see the, you know what I'm saying, the deception behind it. But a lot of people gonna be beguiled into doing that shit, man. Conveniency, or, you know, just mentally feeling like they got the new standard of technology. Oh man, you got your shit? Oh yeah. Now we ain't got a, feel me?
New pair of Jordans nowadays. And like the bro Jacob said, hey, it was a joke, but he said niggas ain't got the joint. They gonna be running around chopping niggas' heads off.
Yeah.
Cause you see it happen in real movies, bro, where they use their fingerprints, rip their fingers, print off,
take the little joint off.
And put it on the piece of thing and use it,
Mission
bro. Like
Impossible
all
stuff.
that same type of stuff is gonna be happening, bro.
Hey, bro, you get your update yet? Back in Job 2:20, I'm gonna read verse 7 again. It says, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night.
Right. You high and mighty. Now you get disposed away like dung, like shit. You know, people gonna look for your place, and you know, because right now Esau, he on top of the world, he controls everything. But in the kingdom, your place is gonna be in the plantation until you get executed, your whole people. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna have no more image. You ain't gonna have no more say in the world. We ain't gonna come to Esau with a suit and tie and come together. Okay, so what should we do? We about to go to this planet. What should we do? And ask this nigga counsel. Hell no. Cause this nigga, his counsel gonna be what? Oh, let's go here and put the animals in captivity. Let's put them in zoos. Let's overtake the oil. You know, you gonna shut the hell up and you gonna be a slave. You gonna be a servant like the Lord created you to be. You know what I'm saying? But you got it.
Real quick. This is Psalms 33 and 10. It says, Yahweh bringeth the counsel of the heathen to naught. He maketh the devices of the people of none effect.
Right. Cause again, this, like I said, this is a perfect chapter going to that new world order. He got his plans. He got all these different ideals in his mind. I'm gonna become God. I'm gonna chip everybody. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go further. I'm gonna go to a different planet. I'm gonna go to Mars. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord gonna bring all that shit to naught, because and also that goes into the pride, because he think he really about to fight against the Lord and win. But the Lord, he's, like I said earlier, he's pretty much buttering him up, making him more wicked and more pride. What's up, man? More prideful. So he can really deceive himself. This nigga really think he gonna do everything he think he gonna do. You know? But the Lord gonna punch him right in his gut and make him vomit everything that he had swallowed up. You know?
Verse 9, it says, the eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him. His children shall seek to please the poor, and his hands shall restore their goods.
Right, you see that certain other Edomites, they complain for an ungodly father. They try to help the poor now and trying to be nice to Jake. Oh, we sorry, you know, for slavery. None of that shit ain't gonna work, man. You know what I'm saying? It's too late. You know, it's too late. The Lord gonna have to still judge you, even if you do apologize. You know, because really deep down, you still hate us any goddamn way. You just saying that because you see Jake turn it up. But if it was back in the day with slavery, you would be doing the same shit, man. You would be slapping Jake. You would go into let's say Jersey Mike's. Well, I know that shit wouldn't exist back then, but let's say we go back to Jersey Mike's. Yeah, a nigga walk in there, he gonna be like, oh, nah, get out of here, nigger. You know, don't use that bathroom. You gonna be in that same type of spirit, you know.
Oh, and I was just backing up veteran hatred. You know, it's a forever hatred, man.
Yeah.
It would never be. They're like, well, what's the magnets? Magnets. It's like you flip the magnet or something and it never touches.
It's like when you put a negative in the negative side.
Yeah. It's something you can't. It's just, you gotta try to. But just don't do it.
Real quick, I can read that verse in NLT. Job 20 verse 10. It says, "Their children will beg the poor, for they must give back their stolen riches." Right. But see, Esau, all the shit he stole and all the land, all the riches and everything, trying to get back to the Lord. At the end of the day, the Lord's gonna make you, like he said, vomit all that shit up, man. Everything that you took, all the shit that you stole from the people, man, you have to give all that shit back. And there's nothing that you can do to save yourself from this judgment that's coming.
Yeah, Esau got all kind of gold that we had in the temple. You know what I'm saying? All kinds of different things. You know what I mean? Gold and artifacts and things like he's trying to hide up. Even stealing from other different nations, like what's that bitch? The Queen of England. What's her name? Elizabeth.
Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Elizabeth. Yeah.
Remember that crown? They was like, they gave the whole breakdown. It was like one stone from Africa, this stone from there, that. Hey, you gonna be stolen? And really, all that shit belongs to us. You know what I'm saying? It's a scripture. I know it's in Job somewhere, where it says the wicked is gonna gather the gold, but the innocent shall gather them up. You know what I'm saying? Because you got gold stored up in vaults, all kinds of, probably tons and tons of gold just sitting there. That's for us, you know.
Yeah, I think America got the most gold reserves and all that. Let me see.
It might not be here though. It might be in like Sweden or something. Where the elites are. Switzerland.
Yeah, it says the
talk about-
United States leads global official central bank gold reserves with 8,133 tons. Let me see.
Well, that makes sense because we still under the dollar. We still in the dollar.
Oh, cause then World War II, during World War II, they was like, to the other nations, America was like, you give me your dollars, or you give me your gold, I'm gonna give you dollars. Something like that. They pretty much took the world, so I think that's all that gold well, I think majority of that gold probably came from them. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shoot, that's changed it from Roosevelt.
It's a lot.
It was I think it was. I think it was.
Was it Roosevelt that changed it from
The gold
gold
standard
to-
was,
yeah,
Let me see. I think it was in the 80s.
I think it was somebody else.
I think it was Nixon, not Nixon.
Nixon, I think.
I think it was Nixon that
Was it
took it off the gold standard.
yeah.
You said who?
I think it was Nixon.
Con. Let's double
We
check.
can look at that.
Real quick though, before y'all get that, I just looked up
Nixon.
how many pounds is 8,000 tons? 'Cause that's what it is. How many tons that America has in gold? It's 17,636,980. What the hell?
How much money is that?
You can't even remember that.
That's in them underground bunker vaults. That's in them vaults, bro. But that's why it says them gates shall stay open continually.
You got a lot of work to do.
Because you're going to be bringing us a lot of stuff and your kings. What's that, Isaiah 60? I think it's like 11 or 12 or 10, 11.
Give me
Let
all
me
that.
read this real quick. This is on August 15th, 1971. President Richard Nixon announced a series of sweeping economic policies collectively known as the Nixon shock. Crucially, he directed the suspension of the dollar's convertibility, into gold, which effectively severed the U.S. currency from the gold standard and ended the post-war Bretton Woods system. So post-war, damn, so you probably are talking World War II. Because they're not talking about the smaller Korean wars. That don't have nothing to do with the economy, because it wasn't a world war. So
Can you look up real quick? Did the other nations give America gold? That's what you just brought out, right?
no.
Okay, because it's like I ain't look at this in a minute, so
Yeah.
that's what I'm fresh because
Yeah, I just looked
they
at it.
gave them the gold for America gave them the dollars, huh? You got it?
It says something about weapons. It don't say dollars. But it says during World War II, the United States did not take gold from other nations in exchange for dollars. Rather, it says other countries willingly gave their gold to the United States in exchange for military weapons, raw materials, and industrial supplies.
Probably protection.
Con.
By the end of the war, the massive flow of wealth resulted in the United States holding roughly 3/4 of the entire world's monetary gold reserves.
That's
It's crazy.
that's smart how Jake kind of like took that. I didn't even know what you're talking about. I kind of knew. It's through the spirit.
And then the forces are here. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy. Hell of money. What's that scripture says? He living in delicacies. Rich. Nigga, he's just damn. America, man, America, as far as not saying, well, you know what I'm trying to say. It's not the greatest, but it's the greatest nation because it got so rich and influence. You know what I'm saying? It's not great as far as moral wise because this place is horrible. But really all that shit though, even though you got all that riches, all that shit was deceit though. You know what I'm saying? They didn't get it in an honest way, you know? So that's why you're gonna be destroyed. You know?
That's what them proud Edomites would say now. Because when Jake or somebody, let's just say a prime example of when Jake went into slavery. Hey man, we conquered y'all, so it's fair game. You know how Esau talk. He's proud, he's his chest all out. Even when he goes to these particular countries, and these people they start complaining, they complain, but Esau say, well, we did it, we got it fairly. Talking about the Native Americans or something. Gad and Reuben. Like, no, that's bullshit.
So, Sirach 10 and 8 it says, because of unrighteousness dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom. Sirach 10 and 8. Because of unrighteous dealing, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. Right, man? And that's why the Lord's about to take this place out, because like the other said, you got all that shit by deceit, by craftiness, by witchcraft, breaking treaties, lying, slandering, all right, covenant breaking, so on and so forth. That's how you got all this shit. You didn't get this shit from just being an upright, upstanding, moral people. You know what I'm saying? Like when the Lord told us to take down the other nations, we took them down in His name. We didn't go and try to use craft. They didn't go to different nations and all that and use craftiness. Solomon, you know what I'm saying? We got our, got our kingdom and our nation directly and correctly. Esau did a lot of backdoor deals and, siphoning people out of their shit, grifting people, so on and so forth, man. That's pretty much it.
So like real quick.
So back in Job 20 and verse 11, it says, his bones are full of the sin of his youth, which shall lie down with him in the dust.
Right, sin of his youth. That shows you that Esau is the same devil from the very beginning. This was a Roman. What was that noise? Loud as shit. But this shit's so far, but it's like
They ain't going nowhere, boy. Transmission going bad.
But maybe fucking forget all I was about to say. So like, but you got it.
Job 20:11, his bones are full of the sin of his youth, which shall lie down with him in the dust.
Oh yeah, right. His bones is full of the sin of his youth. So again, he's the same devil since the ancient world. He was the same ancient world going around destroying different nations. It's a lot.
Let's just like that.
Put a lawnmower engine on it.
I think that was though.
Yeah, the gas can in the front.
Yeah, right. Smack. Yeah, Anyway, you got hey, he gonna show his horns again. The devil, that's what he's doing. The same old devil. You look at the news and you like, damn, wow, I'm appalled. What the hell he just said? He just said this. Now he just don't give a fuck. And it's only gonna get worse, But you got it.
Verse 12, it says, though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though he hide it under his tongue, though he spare it and forsake it not, but keep it still within his mouth, yet his meat in his bowels is turned, it is the gall of ass within him.
Right, so now he hiding his wickedness, making it sweet, being a politician, talking nice, no cuss words. And now he's starting seeing his little tongues. What's that? That snake tongue.
Fork tongue.
And what Gad used to call him that, the blue-eyed devil, fork-tongued devil. His nature is starting to real show. You see, and that's what you see. This nigga, he's starting to. He boy Trump. He said, I love inflation. And pretty much, and he also said that big beautiful bill. He said, yeah, my friend got a jet off of that. What the fuck? Like, damn, nigga. He said that on a damn conference or whatever, like in front of millions of Americans. That shows you they didn't even give a fuck about you. He don't give a fuck about his own people, But you got it.
It's almost beautiful though. I mean, kind of, because Jake, to somewhat degrees, waking up. Because Jake is no longer talking about what team is LeBron James going to, or Streamer University. You know what I mean? They're kind of like, they're politicking a little more. Their arguments, or their speech is a little more see, I messed up. Eloquently. You know what I mean? Just in lack of words. It's lacking. Cool talk.
Right. But back in Job 20, verse 15, it says, he have swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. The Most High shall cast them out of his belly.
That's what you see. He swallowed down riches. Think about it. For hundreds and hundreds. Really, I mean, if you want to go to the history of Esau from the very beginning, it's been thousands and thousands of years, but it's been thousands and thousands of years of just collecting. But really, let's talk about America. Let's just say a couple hundred years of America just collecting treasure and oil and gold and all kinds of shit from all around the world, slaves, labor, all that, for hundreds and hundreds of years. You know what I'm saying? He became rich just like he is right now. But hey, the Lord, he's gonna make him vomit all that up. You know, in 1 hour, this place is gonna be destroyed. Even though it's been, what, 250 years that's been a nation. You see what I'm saying? But you got, because think about it. Look when America first started. First, what was it, just on the East Coast? And then they started spreading and spreading and spreading. Then eventually they took over Hawaii. Then they started taking over other places and shit. I think they took Alaska. You know what I'm saying? I believe that belongs to somebody else too before.
Russia.
Right, Khan.
Yeah.
You know, and they just keep
And
expanding and
Mexico.
expanding. And then what they call it, imperialism. When America started going globally, started moving out. And that's what you see. Now you got all kinds of different military garrisons all throughout the countries, you know, and he just keep taking shit. He all in the Middle East, taking all in people's business, you know. But you got it.
Verse 16, it says, he shall suck the poison of asps, the viper's tongue shall slay him.
Right, the asp is a poisonous snake. You know, that's what he is, just a snake, but poison. You see, but you got it.
He shall not see the rivers, the floods, the brooks of honey and butter. That which he labored for shall he restore, and shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall the restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein.
Right, because that butter, honey, it all represents a land flowing with milk and honey. He ain't gonna have that. He said what? Wealth. Yeah, wealth. Yep. Milk. You know what I'm saying? Man, what scripture says? Milk makes your teeth white. You know, like you said, right? Resources, land. If you have goat and cows and shit like that to produce milk and all that shit, you need land. You know what I'm saying? So now if you got all this land, you got all these crops, you got all this livestock, that's money. But he ain't gonna achieve his little so-called promised land. This shit gonna be destroyed, you know?
Yeah, the Greater Israel Project and all that shit.
Yep.
Yeah, all that dumb shit. Nah, bro. Shit, bro.
Yep. And that's why right now, like I said earlier, now Esau, he's trying to spread himself out, even in South America. You know, Argentina just gave him all that land that got burnt up, which obviously shows you that they did that shit. But hey, the Lord gonna take that shit too. And the missile might hit that spot. Matter of fact, just because of them niggas that's over there. You know? But you got it. Oh, Venezuela, I think I was trying to remember another name. It was Venezuela. The Jews. So remember, it was just I think it was an earthquake, and I believe a wildfire too, if I'm not mistaken. And guess what happened? Now the Jews that wasn't there for so many years, now they in the land now. And America already went to take the fucking leader, who his name, Maduro or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So come on now. Esau keep trying to take shit. You know? But you got it.
It says, verse 19, because he hath oppressed and hath forsaken the poor, because he hath violently taken away an house which he builded not.
And that's what's happening. Why you out here taking? That shit belonged to somebody. That was a landmark. You went over there and blew them the fuck. First of all, before you even did that, you demonized them. You said, oh, they're oppressing their women, they doing this, they doing that, they terrorists. Let's go over there and bomb the hell out of them so we can bring them freedom. You know?
Liberate them.
Right. The whole time, the people didn't even want you people there.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Certain them, because Esau, he goes in there and he might pay off certain of the locals and go out there and riot. Say that you hate the government. You know? Go out there and bust out the windows and shit. That's all propaganda that Esau created, you know? But you got it.
He says, verse 20, surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly, he shall not save of that which he desired.
Right?
There shall none of his meat be left, therefore shall no man look for his goods.
Right, because again, going to that New World Order, because he gonna get close. Because when that MOTB comes, he gonna chip a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? But of course, a lot of people gonna buck up against it too. You know, first and foremost, the men of the Lord. All right, but he gonna chip a lot of people, man, and it's gonna get real, real close. He think he gonna win, but then the Lord gonna make him vomit all that shit up. All right, he getting more and more good with technology. He's starting to create human flesh that can regenerate itself, and you know he's getting more smarter. But the Lord gonna be like, nah, you you're doing too much. Because a normal man, especially a heathen, should not have this knowledge. Because look what you're doing with it. You know what I'm saying? Because what the Lord said about that with the Tower of Babel? He said if you don't stop them now, they're gonna just do whatever they want. You know, there's no limitation to these people. All right, but you got it.
It says, verse 22, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him.
Just again, like the brother mentioned earlier about a movie, a little superhero movie. You know, in the end, that the villain he probably killed like 15 different heroes. He the king of the world now. And it's this one. It's a remnant. It's a small number of little heroes that may have survived. Then they come back, and then they end up turning the tide, and they win it. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with this one. It's gonna look like this nigga. He gonna take certain of the men of the Lord, kill certain of them. We gonna be like, damn. Like, you know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna give up hope, because the Lord gonna lift up a standard and bring those chariots and whip this nigga's ass. You know? But you got it. Strong ass bitch.
Verse 23, when he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through.
Right. Speaking of missiles, you know?
Job 20, verse 23. Verse 25, it is drawn and cometh out of the body. Yeah, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall. Terrors are upon him.
Right, that glittering sword, those are missiles that when it comes out, the silo, and then the fire
Fuse.
under, yeah, right, and it looks like it's glittering, because they couldn't really describe it. They couldn't say, oh, missile. They described it the best way they could, It came out. What else is that? It came out of the body, and then started glittering. It's the missiles, And then it's beautiful too, because now Russia, they getting better with their missiles, all right, and they getting closer and closer, and then they got them submarines and shit like that, so they can pretty much shoot missiles that can get here in 15 minutes, Then you got Iran. Who was they getting with? It was some South American country.
Oh, Brazil.
I think Brazil.
They're part of the BRICS.
Yep, they putting their drones down there and shit. So then eventually they're gonna put their missiles down there too, just like what's that? The president,
Nicaragua.
JFK.
Oh.
I think it was. Remember the Cuban crisis? Yeah, right.
Yeah. That's the whole premise behind NATO in the 50s, because they knew Russia was about to be on a ding with the missile crisis, the whole missile crisis thing, because they knew Russia was about to get popping.
Yep. So, you got something? Oh, go. You got it.
No.
Oh.
Tom.
Oh, is it 30? Oh, okay, go.
No,
Okay.
I ain't pushing the spell.
Okay, go. You got it.
Verse 26, it says, all darkness shall be hidden in his secret places. A fire not blown shall consume him.
What's that? Fire not blown. Because of course, obviously, if you gotta make a fire, you gotta blow on it and do all, all that oxygen bullshit, whatever the fuck. But this is the missiles. You don't gotta set. What's that shit called? TNT. What is it called?
Time fuse. You don't need time fuse. You don't need det cord.
Yeah.
Detonation cord. I mean, you said TNT. I mean, damn. I'm gotta blow shit up. I mean, come on.
It says, it shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle.
Right, it's gonna go ill with him that left in his tabernacle. So even you 2/3 niggas that's left in America, whoever is left in America, if you ain't beamed up, it's over for you. You gonna get burned up alongside America, because they ain't gonna bring you black ass niggas to the to the thing. They might put it like maybe the elites, like so-called maybe a few niggas to entertain them, but they ain't gonna bring an average nigga and put him in a bunker.
Lil Wayne.
Right, that nigga, he's
Lil
over.
Boosie. Hell.
That nigga's ball joints just came off his Job 20 and verse 27, the heaven shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him. The increase of his house shall depart, and his goods shall flow away in the day of his wrath. This is the portion of a wicked man from the Most High, and the heritage appointed unto him by Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah.
Niggas about to lose, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man,
Yep.
real talk.
Ass get the money, man.
Right. That's your portion, bro. That's what you gonna get. That's your heritage. But what's the opposite of that? What he said, the tongue that shall rise up against you shall not prosper. Matter of fact, anybody got anything else? Get yours, and then we get that no weapon shall form against you. But first.
This is Isaiah 54, verse 17. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment.
Hey, and Slockin, no weapon shall that rise up against us shall prosper. And ain't that ironic that Esau, Edom, his blessing is the sword, but at the same time, pretty much you gonna die by the sword. Because what the scripture says, you live by the sword, die by the sword. Your place is gonna be nuked. You know what I'm saying? But us, we ain't gonna be affected by that. We gonna be beamed up, and we gonna have to be partakers of the plagues. You know what I'm saying? And then when we get those spiritual bodies, we really ain't gonna be, nothing's gonna be able to affect us. You see? But you got it.
It says, excuse me, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment, thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord Yahweh, and their righteousness is of me, said the Lord Yahweh, thy power.
Right, he said this is the heritage of the righteous, roughly paraphrasing, right?
This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord Yahweh.
Right, you see what I'm saying? So you seen the wicked, his heritage was destruction, and we're willing to servants of the Lord, our heritage is immortality in the kingdom. So in other words, Esau and wickedness, that shit gonna lose, and righteousness under Yahweh Shai on down is gonna win. It's gonna it's gonna win. You see, he's gonna have the victory. But you got it.
It says righteousness is. Oh yeah, all right.
Real quick, this is Proverbs 13:9. It says, "The light of the righteous rejoiceth, but the lamp of the wicked shall be put out." Right, that's what's gonna happen. I'm saying the light of the wicked is gonna be put out. While our light, like there's another one in Proverbs that say, "The light of the righteous rejoiceth and shineth day to day." Some roughly paraphrasing, you know. And this man's light is about to be put out. This man's heritage is about to be put out, man. It was one more I was thinking about. Real quick, Proverbs 24:20. In the NLT it says, "For evil people have no future. The light of the wicked will be snuffed out." Right, you know what I'm saying? This man's future his heritage is done. You know what I'm saying?
Done so.
He ain't got no great reward. Only reward this devil has waiting for him is change.
It's that Ferrari right there.
Yeah. Oh, that's just gonna come to none.
Fire.
So yeah, Lord willing, hopefully that was edifying. We give all praises and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
Devon to the apostles, GMS Ruel, shalom to the faithful men, continue doing the work of the Lord. That was gonna say shalom.
Shalom. So, man.